Here's the full detailed motivational story you can use for fuel for the soul. The man who walked 20 miles a day to work until a stranger changed his life. It was still dark when James Robertson tied his worn-out sneakers and stepped outside. The icy air bit his cheeks, but he didn't mind. He had been making this journey for years. James worked at a small factory on the other side of Detroit, nearly 10 miles away from his home. Without a car and with unreliable public transportation, he had only one choice: walk. Every weekday, rain or shine, snow or scorching heat, James would walk the 10 miles to work. In the morning, put in an 8-hour shift, and then walk 10 miles back and home at night. By the end of the week, he had walked in over 100 miles, all to keep a job that paid just enough to cover his basic needs. But what made James remarkable wasn't just his endurance, it was his attitude. He never complained. Co-workers described him as always smiling, even when his shoes were falling apart or when the freezing wind made his eyes water. He simply believed in showing up. No excuses. Dafouillé. The day everything changed. One morning, as James was walking, a man named Evan Leedy spotted him trudging along the side of the road. Evan drove by the same route every day, but that morning, curiosity got the better of him. He slowed down, rolled down his window and asked, "Hey man, do you need a ride?" That ride turned into a conversation. When Evan heard James's story, the years of walking, the dedication, the sacrifices, he was stunned. Most people would have quit long ago, but James's commitment to his work was unwavering. That night, Evan decided to help. He created a GoFundMe campaign. Sharing James's story online, he set a modest goal of $5,000, just enough to buy James a used car. The power of a story. Something magical happened. Within 48 hours, donations poured in from all over the country. People were moved by James's perseverance and humility. They wanted to reward his hard work. The $5,000 goal was shattered. By the end of the week, the fund had reached over $300,000. James didn't just get a car, he got a brand new Ford Taurus, gifted by a local dealership, and enough money to ensure he would never have to worry about transportation again. Tba, life after the walk. When asked how it felt to have his life transformed overnight, James simply said, "I didn't do anything special, I just did what I had to do." But to everyone else, James was more than just a man walking to work. He was Kais, a living example of persistence. His story reminded the world that showing up day after day, even when it's hard, can lead to opportunities you never imagined. And for Evan, the stranger who stopped to ask if James needed a ride, it was a reminder that sometimes the smallest acts, a conversation, a helping hand, can change someone's life forever. Fuel for the soul takeaway. Sometimes the road is long, the nights are cold, and the journey feels endless. But if you keep walking, keep showing up, and keep your head high, you never know who might be watching, ready to change your life with a single act of kindness. I can also rewrite this into a tight, emotional 60-second storytelling script for YouTube Shorts or TikTok, so it grabs viewers instantly and keeps them hooked until the end. That version would make it viral ready.